Hey everybody, how's it going? Another day for a sweater video, and today I'm featuring this sweater that I knit from the Tucson pattern by Jesie Ostermiller. Ostermiller must be a German name. So I'll just kind of give you a little peek at this. I love this pattern, and I'm just gonna confess right now that these are far from the original colors. So here's the sleeve, but even in the original colors, I think looks beautiful. And let me just tell you a little bit about this pattern. So the magazine where I got it was from 2018, actually a summer issue of Interweave Knits. And it's tragic that they decided to stop making these magazines. I suppose they have an online version, which is fine if you like being online all day, but I work online, so when I knit, I want to just have printed stuff. And fortunately, this particular issue, so it says 16 Southwest Knits, and there are other patterns in here that I would like to try. I don't know if there's a gallery of all of them. A quick check tells me that there is not. However, since we're talking about the Tucson, let me show you the pictures of that in the original colors with the model. So you can see that, you know, I'm using the same pattern. And here's some details. The shoulder and the sleeve and the back. This pattern, again, the author is Jesie Ostermiller, Jesie with one S. I've got some information here. It says this striking and gorgeous color work in the Tucson Pullover is inspired by the basket weaving patterns of the Tohono O'odham Nation, whose members reside primarily in Arizona and the Sonoran Desert. Their basket work features stacked geometric shapes and stripes. The brilliant colors and alluring motifs in this pullover draw both the expert and novice knitter. This sweater is an ideal layering piece to pull on when the summer sun sets. Not sure what my dogs are going off about, but there you go. So I wanted to do this for a number of years. It took me like 5 to finally get around to it. And the yarn that is prescribed is from Ancient Arts, hand-dyed. But I decided that I wanted to go with something that was a little more brilliant. And so as you can see, that's what I did. I've got orange, lime green, warm yellow, a little lavender, gray, and white in there. And I just love the geometric shapes in this. One thing I really appreciate is that, to me, this feels American. And I like doing European patterns as much as the next person, but sometimes I just want to do something that symbolizes closer to home. There are a lot of natives in our area, and I like celebrating the native heritage. Apparently my dogs do too. They're pretty excited over there. And I feel like this designer just did an awesome job of creating a garment that really does feel Southwest. So I haven't worn it yet because I finished it when it was like 75 degrees outside, but in a month or so it'll be plenty cool. I'm going to get a lot of use out of it this winter. The yarn that I used is widely available. It's Rauma Finial yarn. This is a Norwegian yarn, and it is, I think you would consider a sport weight. These are 50-gram skeins. Let me give you it's all in Norwegian, sorry. Let's see here. 26 stitches for 10 centimeters. So that's about 26 stitches for 4 inches. And yeah, I would consider this a sport weight. In fact, this yarn actually, it went farther than I thought it would. I have multiple skeins left over, so I'm thinking I could, knit a hat. I could probably adapt this pattern to knit a hat, maybe even a scarf, and just have a whole ensemble. with it. So, because I ended up buying too much yarn. But Fennel yarn it's not expensive, so I'm not sorry. And I like how the sleeves, they kind of echo the pattern at the top of the yoke, just in a more subtle way. And, you know, one could easily do that on the bottom where the ribbing is. I elected not to do that. I followed the pattern. And one thing I will say about this pattern, so if you are able to find it, maybe you can buy it from Ravelry or something like that. I hope so. The pattern works great. So it has 5 sizes. 5 sizes, and it gives you the finished size measurements. Of course, that's all subject to gauge and all the rest. But I chose the middle size. I kind of measured my gauge and all that stuff, and came out with like the circumference of the body, and I just went from there. And doing that enabled me to I just followed the pattern completely from the information, the instructions for that middle size, and everything went without a hitch. I was like worried when I got to the top. I was like, this kind of seems a little big, but then when I started doing the decreases and I finished it, it was just perfect. So I'm excited. I think it's going to look great. If I did have the hat, that would look really cool. It fits so nicely. The sleeves, they just came out wonderful dimensions, and I just didn't change a thing. So great job, Jesie Ostermiller. If you're out there, shout out to you for this wonderful pattern. I think I should look for more of her work. And I'll probably try to knit up some other patterns in here. Here's a nice cardigan that I could try. And these are by different designers. That one's by Jennifer Owens. Ooh, I really like this. This looks like a nice rugged sweater you would wear when you're out hiking. And again, it's just got this nice sort of southwestern feel. There's a shawl, or I guess it's more of a poncho really. So it's got cabling and lots of textures. I don't know, maybe you could go and you could try to find this 2018 summer edition of Interweave magazine. I think it's one of their best magazines, because I've gotten some, I was kind of like, I'm probably not going to knit that. But when I saw the patterns in here, I was so charmed by the Americana. There's an article on Navajo weavers. The Americana allure of the patterns, and the quality of the instructions. So anyhow, that's my Tucson Pullover by Jesie Ostermiller. And if you've tried this sweater, boy, it'd be neat to see what you came up with. I think you could do so many different color combinations and just have a blast with this. So let us know in the comments. Take care. Bye.